Yes, good night, good evening. It's ladies' night, people, so we want to say happy New Year to each and every one. And we are on the inside, so we have England on the inside as usual. Abby representing, and of course, and we have Q from Guyana.
Hi.
Yes, so we are all inside. Yes, so it is a new year, it's 2022. 2021 has been filled with so many different challenges. We had some good things happening as well, right? So now it's a brand new year, and of course, we're looking forward to some brand new things. Yeah? So, ladies, how we feeling tonight?
Feeling good, feeling good.
Feeling good?
Great tonight.
Nice. Abby, how are you feeling?
Due to the hour, I'm a bit tired, but other than that, I'm alright. I'm good.
All right, nice. So we are expecting some of our other SMEXY ladies to join us a little later. And, today's topic is on self-transformation. Yeah? And what is when you hear the word self-transformation, what comes to mind? So we will start with Q. When you hear self-transformation, what are your thoughts on what self-transformation is?
Could you repeat it back for me? I didn't hear just what you said.
Sure. What does self-transformation mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. Transmit mean that you could transfer to something different for the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, for my new year resolution is everything I wanted new. I wanted so much of new things, different things to be happening better than last year. And
right.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna face some challenges, but I just have to keep holding on and be strong.
Yes, definitely. Happy New Year, Candice. Candice, welcome.
Hi.
Yes. So happy New Year to Jazan as well. Jazan, we are looking out for you. Happy New Year to Nali. Again, yes, once again. Yes, so we inviting everybody to the live. So take this time to like up, share up, invite your friends, your ladies, your aunties, your sisters, everybody. Invite them to, join in on the discussion on self-transformation. So all those who now join in, and you can say what self-transformation means to you. So Abby, what does self-transformation mean to you?
Well, I look at it as, I have to transform like a butterfly.
Right.
I'm feeling a bit more due to all the craziness went on. For the new year, new me, new start. I'm gonna try to get stuck from my old ways, change my way of thinking,
right,
transform my whole being. That's pretty
so when we hear good night, Mr. Jeffers, happy new year to you, right? So when we think about that transformation, when I think about a great change, a positive change, when I think about self-transformation, not just changing in a negative way or just changing because we feel like changing, it is something deep. It's something internal, you're really getting deep, you do that evaluation and you see the things that you need to change in order to become a better version of yourself. And that's how I see self-transformation. Yeah. And transformation is very, very important. It is very important because if it is we are staying, as I like to use the word stagnant, it doesn't make sense that it stays stagnant. Yeah, how important do you think self transformation is on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest? How important do you think it is?
10. I would say 10 because you need that. I mean, in order for you to move forward, you know,
Yeah,
I would say it's very important. You don't want to be stuck in a place all your life.
Yeah.
You need some kind of push to move forward. So transformation
yes,
is a
definitely,
good thing. Yeah.
definitely. Right, so Sonali is saying, not only change, but to elevate mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and
Yeah.
physically. Yes, so it's a holistic thing. Some persons may want to, some persons may work on one thing at a time. Um, Candace is saying, mentally and emotionally well, so she's really working towards that. I mean, we have so many things that we would love to work on this 2020. We really, really do. Yeah. So, what are some of the things we're looking at working on this year? What are some of the things? So, Sonali saying 10 out of 10. Yes. So, for her, self transformation is 10, being
Yeah.
the highest. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will
I
support that
would-
too.
All right. So,
yeah.
I will support that.
yeah. Right. Still stones gather moss. So always transform. Yes. You don't want to getting mossy. When things are mossy, you can get slippery and then you can damage yourself by just being stagnant. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely. So it is, yeah. So definitely, definitely, we need to keep on, transforming and making positive changes in our lives. We don't want to,
And making a
be unhealthy
difference.
and making a difference. Yes,
Yeah.
very true.
Making. And once you make a difference in your life, other people are gonna see and they're gonna want the same thing too.
Yes, true.
Yeah. Yeah.
They feel encouraged by seeing you making a positive change. Sometimes people
Changes.
saying that, I can't do this, but then they see that someone else is doing it. And
Doing
that
it.
gives
Yeah. And they
them
will
the,
get encouraged.
yeah, and yes, and they get encouraged. And they'll be like,
Yeah.
I've been looking at you for the longest while, and you really encourage me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, some people really come out and say those type of things.
Things. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
positive ones, yes.
yeah, positive, positive, definitely positive. And when it is we look at making change, whether it's internal, external, we really want to make the positive type of changes
Change.
because
Yeah.
change could also be negative, but we want to be positive. And this year, what are some real changes? What are the real changes you would like to make? So last night on Resolve, some of us, shared what our resolutions are, and some of it, is to be, more, healthier individuals.
Yeah.
Yes, to really be healthier.
That is one of the aspects, yes.
And as we say healthier, so we had this weight loss challenge, right? Good night, Celeste.
Good night. Good night.
So
Nice, Celeste.
some of us were this weight loss. And Abby, let us know any change?
No, nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. So maybe later on, well, Kimberly, I don't know when she will join in on the live, but maybe I can share on behalf of her. Nothing happened as well. She's at the same space. Yeah, she's in the same place as well. So
Yeah.
Nali can maybe share where she's at, and For me, I was 107.5, you know?
Right.
107, yeah. So that's four. That's just 4 pounds of, maybe 2 pounds of water, or 3 pounds of water, 1 pound of fat, I don't know. But it would have just been four, 4 pounds of the scale. Yeah,
No
yeah.
matter the month.
So
Um,
I mean, that whole challenge was, a whole lot of lessons learned, because, I mean, during the time, I would have gone down to 104.5, and that was the lowest, that I went to,
right.
right? And I wasn't able to hold it there. I went back up, I came back down. So, I mean, it is when people talking about losing weight, and because when you're talking about transformation as well, a lot of times women like to transform their bodies. Yes, and in transforming our bodies, it is not all a smooth transformation. There's going to be some rough patches. Yes, it's not going to be smooth. Hi, Celeste, you got
Good
so you
night.
know.
The
Yes,
baby.
yes, and she is up.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yes. So,
So who was the winner,
Happy New
Chief?
Year to, what's that, Abby?
Who was the winner?
There's no winner, Abby. No one lost the 10 pounds, girl. No
Nobody. Not
one.
even the girl here.
Nobody.
Okay, that's
Nobody. No one. So that's the reality of it. So I do not know if Lion, Lion is at the backdrop doing the thing, right? I don't know if you want to show what the weight loss challenge was looking like, what were the weighing, yeah. Cause I mean, it was really, really tough, really, really tough.
10-pound challenge. Let's go.
I've been laid back, yeah. I don't wanna skip steps.
Okay, 113.
I just need a little bit of patience. You need me, I know that you.
Yes, people. So you saw that those weights. So you know, really, really, really tough things. Really, really tough. So this year, we could set some realistic goals. I hope that Abby, joins us 100% this
yes,
time
after my
around. So you all know that. Yes. So tomorrow we have Sweaty Sunday. Yes, at 7 a.m. So Q, maybe one of these mornings, if you know you're available, you could join us for the
Yes, yes,
Sweaty
I will.
Sunday. Yes.
Yeah.
And so you could always let me know if you want to join in tomorrow.
I will
But
try
I will
hard
send
to.
the link in the yes, I will
Because you guys do
definitely
an
send the
amazing
link
job.
in the yes. So I will send it in the group chat so that you can join in with us. Right? So definitely look out for the Sweaty Sunday. Yeah. So let us talk about some of the other. So Abby, do you have any serious, you really decide how many
Yeah.
pounds you want to lose this year? Because I mean, health is one of the main things.
I
Do you
haven't
have?
decided exactly how much, but baby steps, baby steps.
Right.
So as we go along, I will lose as much as I can throughout the year, but nothing's set
No,
on stone. Yeah.
nothing set on stone. Okay. Right. So, and that's, we spoke about that set in stone and how important it is to write down, even write it down. How much, short term, make it realistic and, really hold ourselves accountable and get others. So once we circle ourselves, so let's say right now we're here on ladies' night, and let's say I would like to lose 5 pounds at the end of February. I just saying, right? And I say that, and you'll remember. So if you will see me drinking something out of the ordinary, you'll say, Shika, but didn't you say that you want to lose 5 pounds? You really shouldn't be eating or drinking this. So to really hold one another accountable. Check up, and this is what the ladies nice and the group is all about. Yes, we say that so it will have a time for the bashing of the men, but we can't bash them all the time. We have to work on ourselves. So as I'm talking about bashing men, right, we have that is bacchanal, right? And during the ladies' night, we will be bringing up some of the challenges women go through, that they have in their relationships as well, right? So while we're talking about the transmission, all of this, right, we also have issues, real things that happen to all women. We're going to touch on those things, those relationship challenges that we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it's with the man, with your male companion, whether it's with your friends, we're going to really, really touch on those things. So ladies, you all can also tonight drop in the comment section what are some of the things you all would like to hear us talk about on ladies night. Because it's not just about us here on the platform, but all the ladies. Everybody want to touch on everything that people really, really want to hear. Yes, and as I was saying, that is bacchanal that is really bringing some real issues that women face on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a little clip to show you all on that, right? Sometime during the night. Yes, on that is bacchanal. Because, this whole thing is about bacchanal. I know that what you call bacchanal in Guyana?
Party.
What do you call it?
Party.
What's that?
Party.
Oh, your party is bacchanal for you all.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's and you'll use commerce by chance? Commerce.
No.
No, you all don't use commerce. All right, so we have to learn some new things. I was trying to remember what it is it said on what you're cooking, but I really cannot remember the word for that. So let us say the situation where it is a woman should find out you meet a friend on you and say, girl, I hear this girl man horn, huh? Like it's giving us a story about what it is happening. What do you call that?
Okay, if the man is cheating on her or something, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in Guyana we say give blow.
Right, but when it's telling a friend about it, you hear that happen, and it's telling somebody else about it. What do you all call it?
Most people would say that person is talking bad about the individual. We don't really have a You
don't really have a thing for it when you're talking other people's business.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Because that's what it is. You're talking people's business, right? So that's the thing. So we're gonna be ladies, don't just drop in the comment section what are some of the other things that you would like us to discuss. So on another note of transformation, when we think about our mental and emotional health, what are some of the things that you would like to change to ensure that you have a good mental and emotional health? What are some of the things that you would like to do this year?
You
Um,
talking to
So
me?
everybody.
Oh my gosh. Yes,
my
Abby,
one
go.
my one thing is cutting loose strings. You know, you have things
Mm-hmm.
that drags you down mentally, emotionally. I want to get
Yeah.
rid of. I just want to cut off all the
Right.
loose strings that's hanging around, tying me up. Stopping me
Yeah.
from focusing, distracting me from me. I definitely
Yeah.
want to keep all of those off. Definitely.
Right. Right. Good
Nice.
night, Kimberly. So, Kimberly, I just mentioned your name a little while ago as it relates to the weight loss challenge that no one won. So, no one lost that 10 pounds, right? Nobody. Yes? So, um, Q, what you would like to do? So, Abby's cutting ties. She clipping off.
Yeah. Well, one of my things that I wanted to do, as what Abby said, um, cut off negativities, like things that could cause me to think negative sometimes. Enjoying
Mm-hmm.
that what you're sometimes you're focused on doing something, and sometimes you in the middle of that you get so discouraged that you don't even want to do it anymore. And
Right.
sometimes for me, I just personally allow certain things to happen. And when it already happened, then I just always say, like, if I did know better to do this. And I could
Right.
have done it right there. So that's one of the things I have to change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of the things I have to change.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Definitely.
so I think I started doing it because like when I'm finished working, I come off my phone, I wouldn't take any calls or messages, especially if it has anything pertaining to work, because you
Yeah.
cannot be focused on job all the time, you have to have that time for yourself,
Time for yourself. Yeah.
relax, take a breath, catch
Yeah.
yourself, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Sonali say, like I said on Real Talk, I for sure want to learn how to say no. And saying no is definitely a part of your mental and emotional health and well-being. All right, Celeste, no problem. Next time. Yeah. So that's another thing because sometimes when you go out of your way, it takes so much from you. You become very drained. You can become very tired, and then you don't have enough energy to do things that you would like to do.
Yeah.
You won't have enough energy to
To do it.
set out to achieve the goals that you have. You helping
Yeah.
everybody else achieve their goals, and you are not seeing about yours. So
Yes,
this
exactly.
year we are going to work on focusing on our goals and not putting other people first in that we forget about ourselves totally.
So,
It's one thing if it is you
exactly.
can manage your goals and somebody else's goals, but if it is you really can't do that and you have no support because sometimes you may be supporting that other person and that person is not there to support
So,
you
you.
in achieving your
Exactly.
goals.
Yeah.
And if it says we saying yes, we have a support system, it means that everybody who are part of the circle is supposed to be supporting one another. It's not supposed to be you supporting and then if I call on you, I can't get you. That
Yeah.
we're not doing that this year, people. Right? Yes, it is okay
Yeah.
to support others. You may not look back for support from them
Damn.
particularly,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
when it is you're really going out, so you really want to support those who support you as well. Yeah,
Exactly.
on a
You just
real,
look
on a
forward
real,
to
on a
it.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Kimberly saying exactly. Right? So
Yeah.
we supporting those who supporting us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we saying no as well. If it is we really know that we cannot do it, don't say yes and cut a neck off or a finger off or a toe off
Yeah.
just to please somebody. Sometimes we end up becoming people pleasers. That is a
Mm-hmm.
no for this year. right? It's a no. If it's not an emergency, even sometimes if it is an emergency and you cannot do anything about it because you are not the doctor or you are
Mm-hmm.
not the fire officer or the
Mm-hmm.
whoever, that is out
Yeah.
of your jurisdiction. As the saying
Mm-hmm.
goes, stay in a lane, right? Right. Candace is not accepting negative vibes.
Please. Yeah.
No to
Mm-hmm.
the negative vibes. If you come in negative, stay far away.
Stay far.
Right? So we're not, yes, stay far.
Exactly.
Stay
Exactly.
over there in the negative section. If you bring in positivity, come with all the positivity. We on for that. We are
Yeah.
definitely on for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what about, we're talking about transforming again. What about our finances? How we transforming that to become billionaires and millionaires and trillionaires? How are we doing that? How are
Oh
you
my
doing
God.
that?
Well, that's
I
a
mean,
hard
it's
one
a,
So I want
sometimes.
to be a millionaire. I don't know about that. But I just want to be comfortable,
Yeah.
financially
right.
comfortable.
Exactly.
You need the billions
Yeah.
because that could show you what the of course, you know what I mean? You can be a better person with money or you can be something else, you know?
Yeah.
right,
But when it
right.
comes to money, I am going to be selfish because
Yeah.
one of the things you said, helping people where trying to please them, you're willing to help
Yes,
people, but when time for your financial struggle, no one is there. You know
Is
what I
there.
mean?
exactly. Right.
So
So
Exactly.
that is
here what we're going
my
to go. Yes, so we are going to go to a little short break and we'll be back and we will continue to talk about this financial situation that we have here. Yes, so we back inside.
Yeah.
Yes, so I mean that, I think um, COVID helped us learn a lot of lessons when it comes to our
Yeah.
financial and
Mm-hmm.
how
Mm-hmm.
we must really be prepared for anything. We really need to be
Yeah.
prepared, and in order to be prepared we must have that financial backing. We know that the system, it doesn't like long time. Our parents, our grandparents used to save. They're always talking about saving. But now,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they be like, so how it is they used to save all that money? Yeah, so it is so different now. So we
Yeah.
really need to find a way how, we really go about it.
Doing it.
How,
Yeah.
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 So can they say finding ways to spend less? Now, some person, yeah, and that's true. It have things that you need to spend money on food. You will need to spend money on certain bills, right? But then when we look at it, it have some things that may not be necessary.
Necessary to buy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Exactly.
necessary. You just go down the road. You see shoes and they like it and they just buy it just because they like the shoes, right? Or you order, you online, you see sale, you decide that you want to everything you buy on sale, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
and some we
Yeah.
don't need it, and it might stay on dry
Yeah.
rot or something. We don't want to be
Right
doing
there.
that. But we want to be able to
Mm-hmm.
buy things that we know for sure we are going to use. So do not buy what it is
Use.
you don't need, right? Buy what you're
Need.
going to use because we have buy what you need. We need food, and don't do that either. Some people buy too much food, so much so that they have expired goods in their cupboards. We don't want to be doing that either.
Yeah.
Yes, some people do that. They overbuy, then they have things
Yeah.
spoiling, and we're not going to do that. Buy, this
Yeah.
is what you're going to cook. Buy that. Buy that.
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't buy in abundance just because they say, right, I can buy in abundance. No. We have to be
Yeah.
mindful spenders, mindful spending, mindful eating, mindful drinking.
Drinking. Yeah. Of course. Oh my God.
Yes.
Everything to be mindful.
Mindful. Yes, we really, really need to be mindful. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And
all
that's
the
the way you're gonna
ladies,
save more.
yes.
Yeah.
That is the way that we're gonna save more. That is
And
the way.
sometimes, sometimes women in whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you buy something for yourself and somebody else see it. Probably you could afford to buy it, but they want it just like the way how you want it, and they go and buy it. But they, in their set, they know that they can't afford to buy it. That's the last money they have, but they just want to compare themselves with others. And that's one
Yes.
of the things to me that gonna cause for you not to be saving, because every day you go on the road, sometimes you see somebody with a different outfit. You go to a party, you see somebody with an outfit you like, and you will go and hook it up. Probably the person get it a little bit more cheaper. You didn't know, but you
Yes.
just go and buy. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So, and when we talking about transformation as well, people, the transformation is for you, not for anybody else. You are in competition with no one else but yourself. So yeah, and that's another thing. Sometimes we want to compare ourselves to others. So it could be the job, it could be the way that they interact with others, it could be the way that they look. We need to really just focus on us. Don't focus
Yeah.
on anyone else. That will take you. You will not be going anywhere when you do that. You just go down rather than up. Right? So appreciate who you are as a person. And if it is, we know that there are things, of course, none of us are perfect. So that's why we
Yeah.
need to work on us, not
Yeah.
somebody else, and try to be like somebody else. We are unique. Don't try
Yeah.
to be like anyone else. And that's something that we need to understand in 2022. Don't try to be like anyone else. Yes, sometimes, we may forget that. We need to remember this.
I have no
We really
problem in
need
that,
to.
thingy. I don't
Yeah,
envy anyone for their stuff because I don't know how to get them. You know, I
exactly, exactly.
I am unique. It's only one me, and I want to remain that way.
Yeah.
Yes,
You.
Yeah.
yes,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That.
definitely. Right, right. So we don't want that to see somebody with something and you want it too, just to say, well, I have it too. Right? You don't want to, you ain't really like to gym, but all of a sudden you're in the gym just because somebody else in the gym
Somebody
and
else.
they want to say
And
that you gymming too. Yeah?
yeah, yeah.
If it is you're
But
going to the gym, do it for you.
you. Exactly.
Yes, do it
Exactly.
for you. Your
Mm-hmm.
health is
Mm-hmm.
for you. It is not for anybody else. Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
we may say, well, maybe it's for my children so I can live longer, see them longer, whatever the case is. But really and truly, the choices that we make are it's for us. Yes, really make those choices for you people. Ladies, we don't want to say, well, yeah, I just only put it on this because the man want me to put it on.
Oh boy.
Well, as we say that, we go into
Mm-hmm.
another break, taking in some bacchanal.
Right.
Positive pregnancy
My
test.
heart would not take that to know after.
That is bacchanal. Girl, so she tried to loosen him up, set the mood right, and put on some sexy lingerie and thing, but that didn't work. You lie. Yeah, girl. So when she do so, she started cuss him out. She run mad and started cuss him out and slap him up because she just couldn't understand what was going on.
Madness. So he take all the cuss and slap?
Yeah, and he leave the house just so in a haste.
Yes. So Q, that's what we call. That is bacchanal. Bacchanal.
Oh, bacchanal.
Yes. I don't know if you got a chance to look at the first episode, but there's the whole clip. I will send it to you so that you can see the full thing. Yes, and
Okay,
you will understand what we mean by, the whole bacchanal scenario.
bacchanal.
And
Yeah.
yes, and we will be having our next one will be coming soon. As I said, you will enjoy it because it's more bacchanal, and it's have a and also little twists and stuff there. So we really want to promote that culture and
Yeah.
entertainment. We have, yes, it's real life things, but it is entertaining at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's sending a message
yeah,
too.
yes, it is. And how do we handle, that type of situation? So if it is we end up in a situation like that, how are we going to handle it?
Handle it. Yeah.
Yes, how are we really truly going to handle it? That's the thing. Ari says she know how she will handle it. I myself,
I know how to handle it. Hey,
you know how to handle it.
yeah.
Yes, because to say, right? If it is you're in a situation where you find out, as we said, we use the word cheating, we say honing,
Yeah.
right? What are you going to do
Yeah.
if you find out that your partner is cheating or honing you, right? What it is they're really going to do, right? So ladies who are on the live right now, drop in the comment section what you think the next topic for ladies night should be. Do you want a bacchanal, like a real bacchanal topic? Or you want something a little bit more relaxed? Because we're introducing the ladies' night, this is our first night, and we're just introducing it. We're talking about the transformation because we really want to start off on that positive note, right? Because
Yeah.
we're transforming. Abby said when she thought about it, she thought about turning into a butterfly. Yes, so from caterpillar to butterfly, where we look all pretty and so, because when it is we transform, it's really to be looking better, feeling better, doing better. Yes. And
Yeah.
when it think Celeste to beat his us, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Right. So when I think about butterflies, they are so beautiful. Right? They are really, really
Yeah.
beautiful. And butterflies are also to be handled with care. So we want to also handle ourselves with care. And don't be harsh
Yeah.
on ourselves, because sometimes we are very harsh on ourselves and we say, oh gosh, yeah, you're not thinking straight, or you're not doing this right. And all we say a
Yeah.
lot of negative things towards ourselves and beat ourselves down when things don't go the way we had planned it out. Right? So let us
Yeah.
handle ourselves with care as well this year as we transform. We don't want to be breaking the wings of but as we transform into a butterfly, right? So we're using Abby butterfly, right? We don't want to be breaking up our wings, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's handle ourselves with care this year. So even if it means once a month you pamper yourself, once a month you could
Yeah.
have a whole movies night inside the house. If you don't want to go to the cinema, treat yourself.
Yourself. Yeah.
you know Sometimes we don't treat ourselves, and we need
Yeah.
to
We
do
forget
that.
about ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing
Yeah.
things for everybody but not you, so you
But you
want to be
forget
able to,
yourself.
yeah, you want to be able to treat yourself. So Celeste is saying a bacchanal topic she want next ladies night. And I hope that she'll be able to be inside for that bacchanal topic. Sonali, Candice, Kimberly, everybody. Good night, Rihanna, and Happy New Year. Yes,
New Year.
yes, same to you and your
Happy
family
New
as
Year.
well. So, Riri, tell us what are some of your goals for this year, because the topic is self transformation. Are we transforming into a better version of ourselves? Right? We're moving from caterpillar to butterfly. Be looking pretty. Be flying high, because butterflies will travel. Be traveling long distances. Right? Butterflies go very fast. Yes? So, so let's say Bacchanal is fun. Yes, Bacchanal is definitely fun. It will be, we will laugh. But at the end of the Bacchanal, we want to be able to take something out of it. Well, my dear Soriana's goal this year is to get married and have a child.
Wow.
That is Rihanna's
Nice.
goal. Well, Rihanna,
Nice.
I hope, and the thing, I hope that is a realistic goal, and I hope that you are prepared, because wanting to get married and wanting to have a child, that's a lot of responsibilities that you are
Responsibility.
asking for, right? So while it
Mm-hmm.
is, we might say one this and that, we have to think about the responsibilities that come
Responsibility. Mm-hmm.
with what it is we want. Sometimes we want this and we want that, and then we
Want that
forget, it have responsibilities. We say, I
responsibility
want
of
that man. Some people they say, I want that man. And with that man, it have headache coming. You understand? They ain't think about, what if this man gave me a headache, boy? All they seeing is how good the man looking, and they
yeah.
want that man. And they ain't think
I'm gonna
about
try
nothing
that.
else.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try and see if I can
Yeah.
see someone, that kind of
Uh-huh.
appeal to my face, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I want that one, and see
You
how
want
it
that
works out.
one. See how
Yeah,
it works.
I don't think it
All
will
right.
happen, but we'll see.
Yes, yes. Yes. Jazan is saying,
Sounds
of
good.
course, I agree with Chika. Yes. Marriage
Yeah.
and children, plenty responsibilities. Right? That's a real big goal. So Rihanna is saying that she is
I'm ready.
ready. Well,
Yes.
Gil, I wishing you all the best in that. You let us know how it goes. Let us know
Happy.
when it is when the wedding is. Let us know what taking place. Right? Kimberly is saying continue with education to build a career and having my options open, not focusing on one particular career path. So Kimberly have her, goals set earlier when she talked about making sure that she sticks to her diet as well. So she have her health goals, her goals in terms of career and education. Yes. So yes, and we have to really, push and go forward. Once we set it, we should not let anyone deter us. If it is they realize people, they deter you and say, nah, you can't do that, you can't make that. What you doing that for? That's a no-no. You see the naysayers? Remember last year, Lion say, forget the naysayers. We're doing that this year. We're going into the new year. All the naysayers, we're not hearing them. We are
Yeah.
turning a deaf ear
Mm,
to the naysayers. Now, if it is
yes.
we have a friend and we are holding our friends, our families, accountable as women, we are holding each other accountable. It doesn't mean to say we're not going to be playing all night and saying yes, yeah, no. If it is we realize nah, that's not making sense, let us say it not making sense,
Yeah.
right? Let us be real with one another. And say, hey, how are did you think about doing this, trying this another way? What are and really throw out ideas so that we don't go into a fight, because sometimes we may set a goal and the goal is unrealistic. So if it is we
Yeah.
know the sister set a goal and we know it's unrealistic, say you need to revisit that. Right? Kimberly is saying they also say you have kids now, you have to stay home with them. Yes. A lot of time, women find themselves in that position where they say I have to stay home and see about the children. Yes, Shazan is saying my goal is my career and my health.
Yeah.
Yes. So a lot of persons, they focus on whether it's their career, their health, their financial well-being, their relationships. It has so many things persons may want to work on. And this could be a relationship with anybody. It could be with the person you are in a relationship right now. It could be your parents, your siblings. Because throughout the years, so many things happen and relationships fall apart. And some persons, they are
Yeah.
now, they want to, try to mend those relationships within this new year
Yes.
because so many have passed and gone within the last year. Yes,
Yeah.
so we really need to, think about it. As I said, be better versions of ourselves. Sonali said earlier, stone the stone moss. We don't want no moss. We don't want nobody slipping and falling and nothing. We don't want to be mossy and no, we don't want that.
Right.
We want to be
Yeah.
fresh and clean. We want to be positive. We want to be vibrant. Have all the energy that we need and really be a support to those who we know really support one another in all that we
Yes.
do.
Exactly.
Really, really, really
Exactly.
support. So, ladies,
Exactly.
don't forget tomorrow, Sweaty Sunday, bright and early. Yes, Abby, we are looking forward to seeing you there. Yes, Sonali saying so true. My career is really important,
Yeah.
right? Right. I already love what it is I do on a day-to-day basis. So I wouldn't say that I want to change career paths, right? Um, but it's just to really continue enjoying it and being the person that I am on a day-to-day
Yeah.
basis. Yes, so we will see you
Yes.
all tomorrow for Sweaty Sunday, right? And ladies, we're supposed to do a toast to the new year. I don't know where Q glasses. So for those who have their glasses, we have to. So this is to health, emotional health, financial health, physical health, all the health, right? To strength,
Mm-hmm.
to patience, because we will need to have patience. We know patience is
Patience.
a real important thing.
Yeah.
Patience.
And that's what
Yes, we
enough
need
people
that.
don't really have.
Yeah.
I
Some
have
of we
too
don't
much of
have
that.
that. Right? But we want to maintain it to patience, to courage, because we need the courage to live each and every day, right?
Yeah.
We also consistency. So with all these goals that we are setting, right, we need to be consistent on the journey,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
We really need to be consistent. So to all good things for the new year 2022, cheers to life, health, and strength. Yes, so we'll see you all next
Yeah.
Saturday with a bacchanal topic on Ladies' Night. So, thank you for tuning in, taking a sip on that note. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
make you
well,
feel
Sonali saying,
thirsty.
wait, we say you can make a toast on the live, say what you're toasting to. I will take a sip again because next time we might be toasting at Rihanna's wedding. Who knows? This
Wow,
year, you know
wow.
how everybody just come up and they say the little word and stuff and they give a toast and then they take a sip. That's, so we really wishing everyone all the best, right? And we really
Yeah.
want to say, let us focus, really keep focus, really be consistent. This morning we spoke about consistency and
Mm-hmm.
really support one another. That's what we need. We really need that support system because sometimes people really don't have a support system, and it's really, really sad. So let us,
Yeah.
be there when we can,
Yeah.
in whichever way we can.
Yeah.
We are not saying cut off a head, cut off a finger or a limb. But if it is we can be there and we can, really lend that support, let us really be there for our sisters. Yes, so
Yes.
cheers
Yes.
and all the best. Yes, Shazan. We are not, I don't know where you are, Shazan, but you're supposed to be here toasting on the live. All right, so you all take care and see you all next Saturday at 7
Yeah.
p.m. It was nice.